Now we've got an update on motor yacht Odin. If you remember, this boat belongs to a man called James Finkel. He was arrested as well as everybody else on board the yacht in the Bahamas just last week. And they were arrested for bringing firearms into the country illegally and a large sum of money also illegally. Now, one of the things he was actually charged with, he was charged with 27 different counts. One of the things he was charged with was bringing in weapons with the intent to supply, which suggests he was going to give them or sell them to somebody in the Bahamas, which is illegal. Now, there was a lot of comments on this story, but I'll get to those in a minute. So the owner went to court very quickly, to a magistrate's court, and he was actually sentenced to 6 years in prison, or he was offered the option of paying a fine of $1.4 million. Now, that was apparently illegal for the judge to have awarded that non-custodial sentence in the Bahamas after a judgment in 2021, but it happened anyway, and he elected to pay that $1.4 million and promptly left on his yacht with, I assume, everybody on board, including his crew, who were all arrested as well. And when the vessel arrived back in Fort Lauderdale, the US police boarded that vessel. There was a ton of them. We showed the video footage at the time, and the vessel was escorted to a marina. I think it's called Marina Bay in South Fort Lauderdale, and the yacht is still there as far as we know. The AIS was turned off when the vessel arrived there, and it hasn't broadcast since, so we assume it's still there. And we don't know why the US authorities boarded the vessel, but one of the things that people need to understand is if those weapons, those weapons could have been legal in the US, but illegal in the Bahamas, right? But it could also be that the weapons were illegal in the US, right? They were unlicensed weapons, which he took to the Bahamas, and then he left with his weapons and came back into the US, and the American authorities boarded his vessel to see what he had on board, because it's illegal to take unlicensed weapons into the US as well. A lot of you might not know that. But it is the case. I say that based on the comments in the comments section, that people might not know that is also a crime. Whenever I fly to the US, one of the questions I'm asked is, do you have cash equaling more than $10,000? So that's something that comes up a lot when you go to the US as well.
Hi, thanks very much for watching this video. If you want to see the full news videos, click on the link over here. And if you'd like to find the channels, you can find the links below here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.